side by side into turn number 1. 4 wide through 3 and 4. All the action as they storm down the front straightaway. You think it's easy to drive one of these sprint cars? We're going to put you on board right in the cockpit. What action we've already seen. Robbie laps winding down. It's going to be 43 laps to go. Mud all over the visor. Everybody looking for a little real estate. Got one in the basement, one in the attic, high, wide, and hand. Got one in the basement, one in the attic. The bottom, the basement to the attic. Everybody going to try to fight for a little bit of position.
Lucky that Hayes was Johnny on the spot and backed off and didn't run him over. Right now, Bergkamp does it again. Now he's been at 3 wide.
Oh! Cow! Oh! Holy cow! Oh!
Baker, they all make
contact! Oh, he's gonna make contact. Contact, Tupper's gonna go flying. Turn 3 gonna be the scene of carnage. Ready for a little throwing it deep, selling it cheap, brother?
Dude, I'm more than ready. We're back on the dirt. Back where we, like you said, feel comfortable doing what we do. Qualifying is underway here.
Wired for sound. Alright, we're good to go.
All right, well, Bradley, I appreciate you joining me tonight. I was telling the fans we're going to give them a different view here. Tonight, we're actually going to give them 2 different views. We're going to give them the Facebook view from my camera angles, and we're going to give them the YouTube side with your camera angles. How about that?
Sounds like it's going to be a good time.
It'll be fun as we get here. This is the last race before the chase for NORA. Several drivers coming in tonight need to either win or point their way in. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to point their way in versus who's going to be able to win their way in. It's going to definitely be interesting to see how that plays out for these guys as we get ready to go here. Fields lining up down on pit road. Take this big sponsor logo out of your way there, guys, so you don't see the sponsor logo the entire time. But we are lining up, getting ready to rock and roll. Hope you guys are ready to go out there as well. Bradley, thank you so very much for joining me here tonight. It's pretty much all my pleasure to have you with me tonight.
Heck yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
Never gonna miss a chance to watch some exciting truck action from the Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol, Tennessee. 100 laps on tap tonight.
It's going to be awesome to watch these guys get down, throw it down. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to start with our lineup here. On the pole is going to be Ethan Lane in that number 6. Austin Yauber is going to be to his outside in the number 919. Inside row number 2 is going to be Adam Tevez in the 00. Josh Salsi in the number 80 is going to be outside of him. Inside row number 3 is going to be Donald Etcher in the 1, and Josh Conover in the 9 starts 6. Tommy D'Angelo is going to roll off 7th. Bruce Ackerman in the 93 is going to roll off 8th. Thomas McMullen in 9th, and Brian Powell in 10th. 11th is going to go to Roy Crump. 12th to Jake Boyer. 14th to Craig Schroeder. 29th to Carson Abe. Matt Stovall, Keegan Bitzer make up your next row. And then Tyler Hargrove, Mark Creighton, Frank Reese, and Douglas Hess are going to round out your field tonight.
Stacked field of trucks on hand at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Pace truck's going to continue to lead them around. Or pace car, I'm sorry. I'm still thinking we're on the dirt. The Ford Mustang pace car going to lead them around. Lights off on it. We get set to go green.
I just realized that my sound is not coming through. So give me 1 second here while I fix that for everybody.
Got some tech cams on board tonight. One of them's going to be our pole sitter, Ethan Lane. Get a good look at the right front suspension as well as the right rear suspension on that Chevy Silverado. Here we go, folks. Pace car getting ready to duck on off. Time to get down at the last great Coliseum. Ethan Lane gonna lead us to the green. Green flag in the air. Lane on the loud pedal, and we're away. Side by side down the back straightaway. Oh, one truck already in the wall. That's your outside front row of Austin Yarbrough. Caution gonna fly. Big wreck gonna fly. We're gonna go back here and take a look and see what happened.
Is that better, guys? You got audio now? Should have some audio now. I do need to make one quick adjustment to my audio, if you guys don't mind. Need to turn a little bit of this down.
Big wreck, big contact already. Watch it from the onboard, the roof cam. Josh Conover. Yarbrough gonna get the wall just a little bit, checks the field up. Before you know it, contact from Conover, big pile up, headed into turn number 3. First caution of the night, folks. Things happen and they happen quickly here, as you can see already.
It happens extremely quick. That voice you guys hear is Bradley Wilson. Bradley Wilson has joined me here tonight. Bradley is doing a simulcast of this race over on the YouTube side. So there's a broadcast up on YouTube, plus this broadcast here on Facebook. So you'll get my camera angles over here on Facebook and what I'm seeing. If you go over to the YouTube side, you'll see what all Bradley sees. But we're both watching the same race, I promise you that.
Pace car going to continue to work its way around the Bristol Motor Speedway. The half mile, the last great Coliseum, banking as high as your roof. As we continue to watch 19 trucks storm around it.
Yeah, well, this track was at its peak. I think it was 150,000 seats or 180,000 seats, something like that. And there was a waiting list. What, 5 years long, I think, to get tickets to this track?
I feel like up until a couple of years ago, people were probably still waiting. This place has been the host of some great action. Get an onboard look, some of our roof cams we've got tonight. Roy Crump, already a little bit of nose damage on that Toyota Tundra. And a good inside look from the roll bars here at Roy. Lights off on the Ford Mustang pace car. We're gonna rack them, stack them, try again. Green flag in the air, laying on the loud pedal. We're back to racing here at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Right now, Ackerman going 3 wide back in the back of the pack. While up front, you got the 00 Tevez trying to chase down that 6 of Ethan Lane. Ethan off to a good start so far. Ethan running the bottom, Tevez running the middle to the top.
Unlike the Bristol of old, you're going to see everybody from the top to the bottom basement to the attic fighting for a little bit of real estate. Right now we're on board the 29 truck of Carson Aub. Caution flag going to fly once again. Big pile up. The entrance of turn 1. Go back, take a look and see what happened here. Going to be contact between the 71 truck and the 3, resulting in pileups. Tommy D'Angelo going to get the wall a little bit. Not very much room for Frank Reese to try to work around as they begin to stack them up.
You call the wall, like you said there. At that point, self-cleaning track like Bristol, banked the way it is in the straightaway. He just come right down in front of the 71.
Good look here from Mark Creighton from the roof cam as he rolled up on the scene of carnage, turn number 1. Creighton already a little bit of damage to the tailgate, although here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, not going to be that heavy of a factor. Pit road a busy place. All the trucks caught up in that last caution. They're going to see pit road. Meanwhile, your leader, Adam Tevez, is going to stay out, as well as most of the top 10.
Adam Tevez, one of those guys the last couple of weeks, has been on a little bit of a hot streak in both the trucks and the B cars here for NORA. Got him 2 wins and several top 5s.
I'll tell you what, while we're under caution, mention our race sponsor, Robbie.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to the race sponsor that come in this week to help support the NORA series. Can't say enough about these guys. I want to make sure I get the name right. Everybody forgive me, but we have a German sponsor. It is Schrollbacher Straussbube. It is a German festival that they hold in villages throughout Germany. It is probably one of the neatest and coolest things that I've been introduced to here recently. These guys get together. They have one of the coolest gatherings ever. The Straussbube is I can't think of the word for it, but it's the center of the entire festival. And it is crazy to watch these events. If you know anything about the German culture, they take their festivals very seriously. So it's going to be interesting to get to know more about the festivals as they work closer here with the NORA series.
Also want to give a call out to the title sponsor of tonight's truck series, Flatline Graphix. Check them out. They're going to get you looking great with that next wrap if you're in the market for a virtual wrap. Saw a few Flatline trucks out in the field already, looking sharp.
Hearing me for some reason. Let me see if I can fix my...
Field gonna double up 2x2. Ford Mustang pace car gonna make that hard left. Green flag in the air. We're back to racing here. The Bristol Motor Speedway. Your leader still out front. That 6 truck of Ethan Lane as he's gapped the 02 of Tevis by about 3-4 truck lengths through 3 and 4. Field gonna begin to try to get spread out here just a little bit. Keegan Bitzer in the 24 car out of the Plains region. The Oklahoma City Thunder Chevy Silverado.
Can you hear me now? Sorry, Bradley, I'm having an issue on my side with sound. They're still not hearing me on my side. Let's see if everybody can hear me. Comment in the chat if you hear me. I'm gonna let Bradley keep talking while you're waiting on me.
Meanwhile, over here on the YouTube side of things, action fierce as we continue to see him 2x2. This is a great look off Bitzer's 24 Chevy Silverado, looking off the roof cam. This battle right here around the 5th, 6th, 7th position. Oh, little contact between the 28 car, gonna get Bitzer up out of the groove. Tyler Hargrove, and around they go. Back straightaway is going to be the site of calamity once again. Go back on the backwards hat productions replay. Take a look and see just what happened here. On board the roof cam and Tyler Hargrove. A little bit of contact right there. Around they go.
Can everybody hear me now? I'm changing all kind of stuff over here to get my sound working.
Oh, the 14 truck going to come in late on this. Craig Schroeder. Go back, take a look one more time. We'll see it from Schroeder's view. Go on board with Schroeder here. Go cockpit view. Down the front straightaway, truck's going to get together. Schroeder going to go to the high side. Almost has it missed, and there's the 28 truck out of nowhere. Tough break for Schroeder in the 14. The nationwide Toyota Tundra. Ford Mustang pace car going to gather the field up once again. Adam Tevis going to be your leader in the double O truck, the Nesquik Silverado. I believe your race leader Ethan Lane opting to come to pit road that time. 79 laps to go, 22 of the 100 to be ran in the books, 3 cautions for 12 laps. Four of you out there watching on the YouTube side of things, we sure appreciate you tuning in tonight. Drop me a line in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Hey, enjoy the action. Great look at this double O truck, Adam Tevis. Nesquik on the hood, Robbie Buckner. I know that's got to make you happy. Nesquik.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Now. Nesquik, of course, the superior chocolate drink.
Alright, because something's going on with my sound. I had to kill the Facebook side because literally no one can hear my voice at all over on the Facebook side, and I don't know why they can't hear my voice. But I'm getting really aggravated with my sound right now.
Well, that's all right.
I apologize to everyone.
Well, welcome to the YouTube side of things, folks, as we get set to go. The Ford Mustang pace car. About ready to hang that hard left. Field going to roar to life. Adam Tevis going to bring him there. Green flag in the air. Tevis on the loud, pedaling away. Oh, 29 truck. Spins the tires just a little bit. That's Carson Aub. Spins the tires. Everybody going to avoid calamity for the moment. We're back to racing. On board the 80 truck of Joshua Salsey right now. Robbie, it's a beautiful sight when you see the sun going down over the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Oh yeah, it's always nice to see the sun go down here in the Tennessee hills. It's a beautiful sight here. And then you hear the thunder and the crashing and the banging of trucks here at Bristol.
You gotta wonder, you know, as right now we continue to watch Ethan Lane put on a show, already back up to the front, back in control of this field as he's made his way around Adam Tevis. But you got to wonder, man, a short race tonight, only 100 laps. But if the sun goes down and we do see completely, you know, complete nightfall over this racetrack, what's it going to do for the temperature? What's it going to do for the grip? And will you see multi-lane, or is it going to continue to be almost around the top once the sun goes down?
You should see grip all the way around. I don't think there's going to be a big change in grip as far as what these guys are dealing with. I do think, though, to win this race, you're going to have to be able to run the top.
Well, everybody right now on a single file freight train around the bottom, kind of looking like retro Bristol. A few of them venturing up top. One of them is going to be the 9 truck. Josh Conover, the driver out of New Jersey, in the Capital One Bank Chevy Silverado, as he just makes his way around the 24 truck of Kagan Blitzer. Conover, a little bit of damage to that 9 truck, Robbie, involved in one of those early scaves. Although we know this is the Bristol Motor Speedway and it's time to let the rough side drag.
Yeah, Bristol Motor Speedway is known for beating and banging. You have to get after it, get down, get dirty. So it should be interesting, but a little bit of damage isn't going to hurt your truck here. You're not as aero dependent. As long as the motor's still good, you're good to go. We
continue to take a look right now. Conover on the back straightaway. Race leader Ethan Lane going to take it down in 1 and 2 as they start to get spread out here, get some laps in the books. Once again, we're 35 laps into the 100-lap event, 66 laps to go. Been 3 cautions so far for 14 laps.
Right now, I'm back here watching Tyler Hargrove, Roy Crump, and the 52 of Thomas McMullen as they've been battling it out here for the last 10, 15 laps, just getting after it
on
each other. So it's going to be
on board the 52 truck of McMullen as he works down the front straightaway. Now going to take a look to the inside of the 24 Blitzer. 28 truck of Hargrove may take a peek with him.
Dean, we can see your messages. I'm getting all of them, guys. Appreciate everybody coming over from the Facebook side over here to the YouTube side. Sorry about that. I'm having some technical difficulties on my side. Thank God Bradley was here for me tonight to help out. So
3 wide for just a second. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cut you off. It got exciting. McMullen makes a move to the inside, goes 3 wide, and they begin to jumble it up again.
These guys are definitely starting to mix it up, get a little bit after each other as they get closer to the halfway point in this race. 39 laps completed, working on lap 40. 61 laps remain in this race.
We'll go on board Ethan Lane once again, your race leader, as we start to see lap traffic in the distance. Gonna take the stripe that time. Meanwhile, there's your second place runner of Adam Tevis. Tevis gonna now see the challenge from Joshua Salsi. Salsi gonna take over the second position. Right up against the wall, sparks fly off the Chevy Silverado.
Yeah, these guys are starting to move up to that high side like we talked about, man. You're gonna have to be able to run the top if you're gonna win this race tonight. The bottom is fine probably for about 10 laps on fresh tires, but after that you need to get to the top.
Our leader once again going to be working through lap traffic diligently so far. Hasn't really slowed him down a little bit. Still the fastest truck on the racetrack that time by as he catches the 23 truck of Matt Stovall. Stovall currently running in the 10th position, going to be the first truck 1 lap down now.
Stovall is having a pretty decent night up to this point. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of his night goes for him.
Look at this gaggle of trucks up here in front of your race leader now. Lane going to start to set him up, knock him down. The first one in line be the 14 trucker Schroeder. He's already 21 laps down, was involved in an early incident, but has managed to get that truck back out there. Robbie, what kind of patience do you have to have right now if you're the race leader, Ethan Lane, and you're starting to work your way through this lap traffic?
Well, if you're Ethan
Lane, wrecking in front of the leader.
Contact.
Caution flag's gonna fly. Ethan Lane, your race leader, nearly involved. We're gonna go back and take a look, and what better place to do it from than right there on the onboard camera of the 6 truck.
Holy cow, that was close.
Blitzer gonna get it loose down the straightaway there, finally bringing it to a halt. The trucks off the roof cam start to scatter. We'll go back and show you all the action I just caught. Blitzer gonna get it sideways, tags another truck off the roof cam. A little bit of carnage. Robin, we talked about things happen fast here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and you know, no real safe spot to me, even if you're the race leader.
Oh, definitely no safe to play, even if you're the race leader right now. These cars are all over the place. I tell you though, coming into this race, we got a real tight battle for the 8th and final spot inside the cutoff line for the chase grid for the trucks here. Currently, Jake Boyer holds that spot, but he only holds it by 3 points over Keegan Bitzer. Carson Aube is 25 points out, and David Keynes is 32 points out. All of that can change in one good race tonight. And then you have guys like Mark Creighton, Adam Tevez, Frank Reese. If they win, they're in.
Definitely one of the higher anxiety places you go is the Bristol Motor Speedway. Never mind the fact if you got a points battle on your hand. I tell you what, caution flags in the air, halfway point, and if we can get a talk with one of those drivers you just listed and see how they're feeling.
We can get in touch with Keegan.
Roy.
Keegan Bitzer, Robbie Butler, Backer Sound Production. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Well, Keegan, come into this race 3 points out of the chase. Either win it or point your way in. What's it looking like, bud?
Well, I was okay, and then I just raced Carson there a little too hard, and I just lost it. So this is definitely gonna hurt, but it's not over till it's over, and I'm gonna keep fighting until it's over.
Yeah, never stop fighting until that checkered flag comes out, brother. I tell you, you know, we talked last week. You had a really solid run last week, put you in good position coming into this race to make the chase. A little bit of damage here. Short track, not real big on aerodynamics. Don't have to worry too much about that. You think you're going to be able to work your way back up to the front, though?
Hopefully. You know, you pretty much pointed out that aerodynamics really doesn't matter. So as long as I'm not under power, I think I should be okay. This 24 Thunder Chevy is pretty fast, so just gotta try to get as many positions as I can and hopefully beat Jake Boyer.
All right, brother. We'll get after it, and you know, pretty sure you can take it to him if you got to.
Yes, sir.
Well, we were doubled up, ready to go. Lights being shown again once on the Ford Mustang pace car, so it looks like we will take an extra lap around. Robbie, you talked to Keegan Blitzer there. He was talking about the battle with Jake Boyer. These guys going to line up side by side on this restart. Boyer in the mean green 55 Chevy Silverado. A lot of damage to it, too.
A little bit more damage to that 55. A little bit more damage. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, you know. These guys are all battling right there, but, you know, Keegan and Boyer right there on top of each other. If they mess up and take each other out, Carson Abe's right there to take advantage of it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Terry Labonte taught us one thing, it doesn't matter what it looks like rolling into victory lane as long as it gets there. 47 short laps. We're gonna find out who's gonna roll into victory lane tonight. The field gonna roar to life once again. It's Ethan Lane gonna be showing us the way. Green flag in the air, Lane on the loud pedal. Looks like everybody gets rolling without wheel spin this time. Tevez had to pedal the Nesquik Chevy.
Didn't get a good jump.
He didn't get a good jump at all. He had to pedal the Nesquik Chevy just a little bit. That's going to allow Ethan Lane to skate away from the field once again.
I'm surprised that Ethan can still run the bottom as well as he's running it right now.
On those fresh tires,
to the top side.
I feel like on the fresh tires, you're going to be able to see the bottom be ran at least on a restart for quite a few laps. Oh, Tevez is going to get the wall out of 2. That's going to allow the 80 truck.
Tevez with contact out of 2.
Going to allow the 80 truck of Joshua Salsi to skate by. So battle for second. And look at this, Josh Conover, the 9 truck, back in the mix. Currently right outside the podium in the 4th spot.
Yeah, Josh Conover comes into this race locked into the chase with only 1 win so far. I know from my conversations with him, you know, he's glad to be locked into the chase, but he wants more trophies, man. He wants more wins before the chase starts. You know, that extra win, you know, means you're tied going into the actual chase, and you're not, you know, second in points. So every win, every bonus point matters.
Well, great little battle right here. This is 3rd and 4th, Tevis and Conover. Meanwhile, I want to pay a little bit more attention to this 80 truck, Joshua Salsi, as he's currently moved up from the 4th starting spot, running in second. That truck relatively clean, as it looks like he's kept it pretty much out of trouble. A little bit of damage here and there, but he's also just ran the fastest lap that time by, fastest truck on the racetrack. So definitely maybe one of the guys that has something for Lane. It'll be interesting to see if he can track him down here. Lane running the bottom. Salsi going to run the middle.
Yeah, Salsi's moved up the track already. That's where he's making his time up, is keeping that momentum up on the high side, being able to carry more speed into and out of the corner. But I tell you, one thing I do like about Saucy in that truck, man, you hadn't seen Ditech in forever, had you?
Well, one thing I like about that truck is that paint scheme there took Kyle Busch to a few wins, so definitely got to have a good omen there.
I haven't seen a Ditech scheme in a long time.
I see that you skipped over that, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, Saucy definitely giving it a ride here tonight and making it look good. 35 laps to go, folks. 100 laps goes by quickly. Saucy gonna give it a ride.
So you know.
We'll go on board with Saucy again as Ethan Lane, the fastest truck on the field that time, but only by mere thousandths of a second. Lap traffic.
Okay. Saucy is pronounced Susie.
Susie. Susie,
So
well,
we're just holding the chat. It's Susie.
good deal. The 9 truck is coming too. Conover's got around Tevis in the Nesquik machine, and he now sets his sights on the top 2. Josh Conover, another guy, Robbie, with our tech cam. We'll take a look at the right front suspension as you see it work around this old racetrack.
Bristol's a lot bumpier than you think it might be. You definitely get your teeth rattled a good bit and your hands jarred.
You go out
these corners.
Go out back. Look at that right rear suspension travel, Robbie. Is this place, you want to see the G's? Look at that spring collapse.
The travel is amazing on these trucks around this track. You wouldn't think, just looking at them, that they have that much travel, but these things travel up and down, all the way down. Every time you cross one of these scenes here at Bristol, it's like driving across a bridge down the interstate. I don't know if you guys remember the last time you went down the interstate across a concrete bridge. It's about the same way.
Ethan Lane caught lap traffic once again, being very patient with the 24 truck of Blitzers. He begins to work around him. Meanwhile, one man taking advantage, full advantage of this is Susie.
Right now, Bitzer, first truck 2 laps down. You know, the guy he's battling, Jake Boyer's ahead of him 1 lap down. So, you know, you got to be careful here. Don't fall too many laps down.
Definitely so. You got to look at Jake Boyer right now as he crosses the start finish line. Go back just a little bit. There's Keegan Bitzer.
Keegan Bitzer definitely has to pick up the pace right now if he wants to make the chase.
Well, he's
It's
got
not
a
over with. We still got 24 laps to go.
got a mirror full of Matt Stovall right now in the 23 truck. This is a battle for position. Stovall looking to get around him, nothing doing yet. Took a look to the inside just a minute ago. Couldn't quite make the pass.
Down and he's trying, not quite able to get there.
Well, these guys battling for position. Joshua Conover looking to try to track down the leaders just a little bit. These guys both going to give way now.
Here, Conover, unfortunately, over 4 seconds back off the leader. Susie's close at 1.5 seconds, but, you know, right now our leader, Ethan Lane, is just picking them up, putting them down. When he gets back to the stripe, we'll have 20 laps to go.
You know, Lane going to continue to run the bottom of the track. Now goes to the high side to get around some lap traffic. But definitely maintaining that bottom line quite well when he can. Now he's going to put it right up against the wall. Through 3 and 4 to the front straightaway.
Tell you what, though, all the fans out in the chat, I hadn't talked about it yet. I've had my issues on my side. But remember, we're in that area now where you can start voting for your Heck Yeah Brother driver of the race. Start putting your votes in between now and the time we do the winners interview is when we'll decide and count the votes.
Good looking.
Susie close with the 52.
Susie going to continue to work
She's
through.
not as patient.
Well, he's got to go, man. Leader going to get smaller out in the windshield. Conover getting bigger in the mirror.
Oh, 29 loose on the front stretch. He's going to get in the wall.
Oh, collects.
That's going to bring out a caution.
He collects the 55 truck. Quick, take a look at it from the onboard. Hard contact with the inside wall. Right up in front of the 55. I believe the 55, Robbie, one of those guys you mentioned needing a good night here.
Oh, that's not good for the 55 right there.
Jake Boyer up into the wall.
Not good for Jake Boyer. Jake Boyer looks like he's going to have some engine damage on that truck.
Pit
Isn't
road.
good for Boyer.
Pit road a busy place. The leaders begin to pit now. I believe Lane's going to win your battle off of pit road.
Oh, man. Heartbreak right now in the pit stalls of Jake Boyer down there. Jake Boyer was in the catbird seat to make the chase. He's still not out of it. This race still got a little ways to go here. Anything could still happen. But right now, not looking good for Jake. Got a Goodies Headache Award. It might have to go to Jake.
Hey, what, man? We'll see if we can slip over the wall and get a quick word with him.
All right, let's see if we can get a hold of Jake here. Jake Boyer, Robbie Butner, Backwards Hat Productions. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got 10-4. Got you.
Jake, man, having a solid run tonight. We're riding where you needed to ride to make the hunt, make the chase, and then just caught up in an accident not of your doing, man. How bad is the truck?
We're done. It blew up. We're done.
Oh, man. Well, the good news is there's still a lot of time to go in this race. Stranger things have happened in this world, so you're not out of it yet. But I know coming into this race, making the chase was one of your big goals.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Keegan's having a good run. I mean, we've both been caught up in a couple of wrecks, and you know, right now I'll be his biggest fan. He only needs to get at least 3 spots on me. I think he's got that right as we sit now, unless something drastic happens. But I'm happy for him, and just want to give a shout out to all my Flatline Graphix and Flatline Motorsport teammates. Go get them at him.
Yeah, Jake, we'll let you sit there with the crew and gather your thoughts, man. But we know we'll see you come back out next week strong as ever. So heck of an end to a good run in the season, brother. But definitely nothing to hang your head up for. You've had a good year, and season's far from over. You can still go get you some wins.
Oh yeah, 10-4. I'll still be out here for the remaining 10 races or 6 races or whatever it is on the schedule, and we'll just log some laps for next season.
Yeah, brother. Well, best of luck.
Hey, thanks, Robbie.
While Robbie was conducting the interview there with Jake Boyer, we're racing once again inside of 10 laps to go. Ethan Lane going to skate away, but here comes Conover in the 9.
Conover's made his way around Tevez in the 00.
If you saved anything, you gotta use it now, folks. Laps winding down. It's 6 laps to go next time by. Here comes Tevez in the double O. The Nesquik machine on the move as he's gonna go around Conover for second.
Yeah, Tevez just basically puts a slide job on the 9 down in turns 1 and 2. Gets that position. Now he's going to try and set sail for our leader. But at this point, no one's had anything for either. Oh, Tevez loses off the corner there.
Tevez has to gather it back up. And that's going to allow Conover and Susie to get right to the tailgate of the Nesquik machine. Battle on for second once again.
We're going to have a 3-wide battle here for second in a minute.
Starting to heat up. Susie, we're going to see just how patient he is. Oh! Tevez going to get loose. Saves it. The Nesquik machine going to go off the apron. Great save.
Dirt tracking skills of Tevez. Tevez, a California dirt racer.
Susie, one of the fastest trucks in the field all night, along with your leader, Ethan Lane. Laps wind down. A little exchange there. Put a little gap between Susie and Conover. Conover going to try to run him back down, although, Robbie, I don't know that anybody's got anything for your race leader.
I don't think anybody at this point is going to be able to catch Ethan. Ethan's out by almost 4 seconds on the field. At this point, he's just got to make sure he keeps it off the wall and off other trucks, and he should be able to walk away with the victory tonight.
Well, here we go. Checkered flag in the air. Ethan Lane gonna bring home the win here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Top 3 interviews coming up with Robbie Buckner momentarily.
That run for Roy Crump, gonna come home 5th today. Good run for him. Yeah, we're gonna start our Matrix Muscle, turning old to new post-race show here on Backwards Hat Productions. So as we get ready to interview our drivers, so I'm gonna walk down, grab some drivers, and we'll start with 3rd place, Josh Conover. So let's find Josh real quick. There's Mr. Josh. Josh Conover, Robbie Butner, Backwards Hat Production. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Josh, hard fought 3rd place finish, got involved in a wreck early in the race. Kind of set you behind the 8 ball a little bit there, but you battled back to bring it home 3rd tonight, man. Tell us about your night.
Well, being locked in, I was kind of just going for it. I don't have anything to lose. Just try and finish, and make sure you can walk out, with good momentum going into the first chase race. But I actually don't even know what happened on the first wreck there. I know, actually, I forget if I was up top or not. I think I was up top of Donald, and we just came together. It's a racing deal. Locked her up, but it just slid up and made contact with some cars in the wall and whatnot. But I mean, knowing Bristol, it's not fully aerodynamics as long as you can get it to rotate and get to the corners and stuff like that. Just got the damage fixed little by little, and I was I was more interested in that last chase spot. I know Jake blew up right there in that last wreck, so we were doing the math trying to run, and I was having more fun with that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Jake Boyer is going to come home 11th, but unfortunately for Jake, I believe his #1 competition there of the 24 truck is going to come home 9th, I believe, or no, not 9th, 8th. So
yeah, he got 9th.
Or no, Keegan comes home 9th. Yes,
it was the last lap. I'm actually just looking at it right now in the replay.
it's just be 1 point.
Yeah, they were tied. If they would have finished like that, they were tied. And then I don't know if Keegan led a lap or not tonight, but they would have been tied just off a finish. And then tiebreaker would have went off the best finish throughout the season. But yeah, Keegan and the 23 got together, and then that based off a finish, like I said, that'll put Jake in. But like I said, I don't know if Keegan led a lap or not, so I'll have to take a look at that. But that was exciting.
It's going to be exciting until we find out what the points end up being. But Man, heck of a race for you tonight, though. But wanted to say congratulations to you, and as always, turn the mic over to you. Give all your shout outs, your thanks, whatever you want to give.
Well, first off, as always, I like to thank the broadcaster. I mean, without you, we wouldn't even be out there to put on the show. We kind of just be racing for fun by ourselves. Probably gonna butcher this name, but
I've already done it like 3 times.
Straussbube. Probably butchered that, but
Better a tip than mine.
they were the sponsor for tonight. So hopefully, it wasn't too bad of a show. I know we try to get good runs going and whatnot. But yeah, I want to thank them for being the first sponsor we've had for a race. Hopefully they like what they saw and they can come back and keep sponsoring. I know that the guys like that. Well, I'll have to check points. But like I said, if Jake got in, congrats to him. That means we'll have all 4 of the Flatline trucks in the chase for our first truck chase. That's always a good thing to get going, get a nice little streak going with that. Congrats to Ethan. He's probably the best guy I've run with as far as skill. He joined a couple weeks into the B car season. I think he racked up 9 or 10 wins. I think it was crazy. He had like 4 in a row at one point. I think he was a class of his own. He had made a special appearance tonight. Susie was second place, and that was a good run for him. Yeah, I think it's about it. Just like I said, thank you guys and thank for the sponsor. And I'm looking forward to the fun stuff now.
Hey, brother, it's chase time.
Yeah,
It is chase.
Makes it interesting. Everybody's gonna want to put their name in the record books for the initial or the first ever champion for the truck series. So we'll have to see. And actually, I just pulled up the results. Keegan did not end up leading a lap tonight, so Jake did make it in. So we're gonna have a little celebrating to do tonight.
Yeah, well, tell Jake if he's down there, don't go nowhere.
Oh yeah, he was already talking when I guess after his interview with you a minute ago. I was explaining to him, hey man, you could still be in. It ain't over. It all depends on what happens with Mark and everybody else. And like I said, it all came down to if Keegan got a bonus point or not. But he didn't lead a lap, so Jake's in. But yeah, I'll tell him to stick around. He's probably going to be pretty excited.
Awesome, brother. Again, congratulations on a solid run tonight. And we'll see you tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, we'll be back here. Got the B cars and kind of the same scenario there. I'm already locked in. They got a couple more races to go before the cutoff, so I'll just kind of be trying to log some laps and just finish the best I can. Get some more bonus points for that heading into the chase.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys. Thank you.
Alrighty, that's your 3rd place finisher. Now let's catch up with your 2nd place finisher, Joshua Susi, whose name I butchered all night long until I was corrected. Out of the Susi. Right button or backwards, or Josh Susi. I don't know why I want to say
Hey, how's it going?
Jonathan. So I butchered your name all night, so it's only appropriate that I butcher your first name to go along with it. That way we're feeling like we bat 100 all night. But you had a fast truck, brother. What was it going to take to be able to chase down that leader?
If I could answer that question, maybe I would have won. I don't know. He was in another zip code. He got that bottom line hooked up, and I could keep up with him for a little while on the top, but then it started getting tight, and you started losing the speed you had up top. So he would start to check out after 15 laps or so, a little bit here, a little bit there.
Heck yeah, man. I tell you, it's chase time now. The regular season's over with. And what's your strategy going into the chase?
This is kind of more like a one-off. I normally run on Thursdays in the Xfinity, so I just had the opportunity to step in the truck here for a friend and put the boots to her, and unfortunately wasn't able to get the win, but I'll take 2nd place.
You just needed one more boot.
Yeah, that's about it.
Man, before I let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Josh putting on the league, you for broadcasting, U.S. Army, National Guard, Bristol for an awesome venue. Night race, it's always fun, and we'll hope we put on a good show.
Yeah, man. Well, we will see you tomorrow night in the B car and maybe a couple more times in the truck for the season's out.
Yeah, I'd like that. Well, we'll see how she plays out.
All right, brother. All righty, let's catch up with our winner tonight, Ethan Lane. Ethan. Out here in Victory Lane in the Matrix Muscle post race show with Ethan Lane. Ethan Lane, you put it on him tonight, brother. What was the secret?
Just knowing how to roll the bottom really well. It's been like that for a while here at Bristol. Once you figure it out, you're gonna save your tires a lot more than anyone running the top.
Hadn't seen anybody be able to run the bottom like that in a long time here at Bristol, so it was impressive to watch you be able to roll the bottom like you were. I tell you, it seemed like for about 10 laps they could stay within a second or so of you, and then you would just pull away as the run went on longer.
Yeah, what they were doing, they were able to drive it in a lot deeper since they were running the top. And they were able to drive it off harder. I had to kind of back up the corner a lot and wait on the throttle more, which saved the right sides and helped me rotate later in the run.
Yeah, man. I know we're talking to Josh Kahn over there in his interview, and he talked about all the domination you had in the B car this year, and that this was a special visit for you. Is this just one of those tracks you enjoy?
Oh yeah, I've probably my best track statistically speaking. But no, I just love running here. Anytime I get the chance, it's always a blast.
Yeah, man. Definitely a dominating truck tonight, dominating performance tonight. I think you led all but like 1 or 2 laps tonight. So definitely a good run for you, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out or a thank you to before we let you go?
Just Josh for letting me come back for this one race to test out my computer. We've been having problems with it past like 2-3 weeks with BSOD attacks and whatnot, or not BSOD attacks, just BSODs. But yeah, and for y'all for putting on the broadcast.
Yeah, brother. Congrats on the win. Enjoy it, and hopefully we'll see you again at some point this year.
All right.
All righty. Bradley, you there, bud?
Yeah, man.
I'll give Mr. Boyer the good news.
Man, I'm just kind of a visitor here. I'm gonna let you do it. As a matter of fact, these guys have been with them for couple weeks now, and I'm just enjoying hanging out in the booth.
All right. Hey, Boyer, Robbie Butner, Backwards Hat Productions. Got a copy?
Hey, what's up, Robbie?
Man, last time I talked to you, you were down there on the pit box, just kind of dejected, thought you'd thrown the whole season away. And, last thing I told you is stranger things have happened, man. Keep your head up. And I'll be dang if a stranger thing didn't happen. You and Keegan Bitzer end up in a tie at the end of the night, but you have the highest finish of the year. So you're going to go away with the 8th and final chase position.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. We've been talking about it all day, kind of strategy, and to get in on a tiebreaker. I mean, it doesn't get any closer than that. I mean, we're elated over here. Honestly, whenever I talked to you earlier, I didn't even know how many laps there were left. That's how focused I was. I wasn't even paying attention to anything else but hit my marks, and I figured there was still probably 40 laps to go. So, I mean, shout out to the boys for staying positive and get me focused. But I'm glad there was only a handful of laps there. After that wreck there.
Yeah, definitely the highest of highs, the lowest of lows, and the highest of highs again for you tonight, Jake. But I just wanted to tell you congratulations. You're in the chase, and starting next week, man, we're going after championships.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Robbie. Just wanted to give a shout out to all the Backwards Hat Productions team. You guys do an awesome job, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, brother. All right, well, for every winner, there has to be a loser, and unfortunately, this man here is going to come up on the short end of the stick. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Keegan Bitzer, this is Robbie Butner in the Backwards Hat Production booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Keegan, it comes down to the highest finish of the year. You drove your butt off tonight, man. Made up every point you can make up. Finished tied for 8th place in points. Unfortunately, you're the first man out of the chase, brother. I don't know really what to ask you at this point, other than how you holding up?
I'll be okay. It's just frustrating when you're racing somebody else that's not in the that's not in looking for trying to get into the chase, and it's just racing hard with them, and it's just. I mean, I'm not mad at him or anything. I'm not. We've already talked and we've agreed. No, it's just it is what it is. It's a racing deal, but it's still frustrating. But I'll be okay. So just go to try to be the spoiler now.
You know what they say, man. If you can't win the show, be the show. And since you're not eligible to win the championship now by not being a part of the chase, just go dominate every race from here on out. And when they hoist the trophy at the end of the year, just send them a message that next year it's yours.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. Like I said, it's just frustrating when you drove your butt off and you miss. I don't know if y'all know this, early in the season I missed a month and a half, 2 months of action because of equipment issues. So this was like almost made the comeback of the century by making the chase after missing all that. So it's just frustrating, how you miss it the way you miss it. But like I said, that's just how it goes in racing, and I'll just try to work on it for next year and try to be the spoiler.
Yeah, brother. Keep your head up. Still a lot of fighting left to do this year. Like I said, you can't come any closer than you did to making the chase and not make the chase. So keep your head up, because you're definitely one of the 8 best drivers in this league, and the point standings show it.
Yes, sir. Got to give a quick shout out, if I may. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting. Josh Conover, Carson for racing hard there. I took myself out. But Matt Stovall, dude, I want to give a shout out to him. We raced pretty hard there. Rubin's racing. It is what it is. Like I said, so we're all good, and got to give a shout out to Mike Robinson for Twister Motorsports. Roy Crump, missed you last week, but I'm going to get you this week for the paint scheme. So we'll enjoy this month off and get back at it.
Okay, brother. We'll see you at the next one.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Here is all of our interviews for tonight. Looks like Josh Conover is going to walk away with the Heck Yeah Brother Driver of the Race award, according to the fans. But heck of a race tonight. Heck of a way to conclude the regular season here. Keegan Bitzer and Jake Boyer wind up tied for 8th in points, and Boyer gets the tiebreaker. That's got to be heartbreaking, Bradley. I don't know what your take on it would be.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be a hard way to lose a chase battle.
I'll tell you what, man. All that's left to do from here on out is to do the final rundown and the fans the Bradley Wilson special goodbye, like you always do. But definitely want to thank all of our sponsors: Flatline Graphix, Backwards Hat Productions, Matrix Muscle Cars, making old into new, and see if I can pronounce this right again. It's hard for me. Oh, Schrollbacher Straussbube 100 from Bristol. So Roy, I apologize if I have completely butchered that name tonight, but that's the best I could do, brother. But can't thank everybody enough for coming out again tonight. Sorry about the issues over on the Facebook side. We'll get it figured out. Thank you for coming over to the YouTube side. Thank you to Bradley Wilson for coming on board and helping me out tonight. It was a lifesaver. Really appreciate it. Well, let's give you your final rundown of the night. Coming home tonight with the win is going to be that number 6 of Ethan Lane. Coming home second is going to be Joshua Susi. Third is going to go to Josh Conover. Fourth to Adam Tevez. Fifth to Roy Crump. Sixth going to go to Thomas McMullen. Seventh to Mark Creighton. Eighth to Matt Stovall. Keegan Bitzer is going to come home in ninth. Carson Abe is going to come in 10th. 11th is going to go to Jake Boyer. Tyler Hargrove is going to come home 12th. Craig Schroeder 13th. Brian Powell 14th. Bruce Ackerman 16th. 17th to Justin Yarborough. 18th to Frank Reese. 19th to Tommy D'Angelo. 21st to Donald Etcher. And 22nd to Douglas Hess. So for Bradley Wilson, I'm Robbie Buckner. From those of us here at Backwards Hat, we say congratulations to Ethan Lane on a dominating performance once again here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. And we will see you guys back here again tomorrow night here from Bristol for the NORA Flatline Graphix B-Car Series live from Bristol Motor Speedway. Till then, everybody be safe and be good.